Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and I've got a replay analysis for you with Porani in his T-28 prototype, Tier 8 American TD. Fights a lot like a heavy tank. Recently had a buff, relatively recently, which had a roof put on its turret as well as sped the tank up quite a bit, and it fights really nicely as a heavy, essentially, a TD with a turret, which is always an advantage. He is in a 357, which is a fantastic matchup for him. Really, the only thing that's really going to challenge him much is probably the Scorpion and the FCM. The rest of it he should be able to handle. The Type 64 rams him right in the back. We are on Mountain Pass, and he has spawned in the south. And you can see that an IKV-90B is crossing across Porani. If you're looking at the mini-map, you would notice this guy is coming. And right now, where you should be looking, I was showing your view, your turret should be pointed that way looking for shots. So as you're crossing this open area, if anything's over there, just taking a pot shot as you go, but you're not going to stop, you're going to keep going. Low percentage shot, but you may actually hit something. In addition, you now see this IKV, for whatever reason, is getting crazy, and he is coming and coming. If your turret was pointed this way, you would see this. Now he actually points this way and doesn't really notice the IKV, but if your turret was pointed where it should be, you would notice this dude comes right up and over. So without stopping, you could have put your turret right on this guy and fired, and with the great accuracy of this gun, you may have actually taken him out right there. And it's not until later that you actually notice him. Oh geez, there's someone there. So just late. So take a look, dude, down on the bottom right hand corner of the mini map. You should be paying attention to that. Anytime you anytime you go through, cross an open space, point in the direction of the threat and watch that mini-map. So now we're going to go ahead and drive up into about the H2 area, which is where the heavies typically do a lot of brawling. You can tell that not a lot has been spotted, a couple of the lighter things, so more than likely some heavies and such are headed over here onto the west side. And as you come in here, you're in third person, which is, this is your view right here, and you're not really paying attention. Ideally, I would be pointing right here, or maybe up here. I would not be pointing off to the right. I would be expecting someone potentially to pop out there or someone to pop out there. Always have your turret and your gun pointed exactly in the direction of the threat. You are generally there, but you're sort of off to the right here just driving along. I would be ready if somebody shows up there. As we get up to the corner, you know there's probably going to be people here. I would have at that point zoomed into something like this. Maybe not all the way into sniper mode, but just right above the tank, so that I had a nice, good, accurate shot and a really good idea of where my gun where my gun is in relation to this terrain, so I don't shoot into the terrain. So watch what happens when you come up to this corner. You just drone up here. Holy cow, there's somebody right there. I mean, you'd have already had a shot. If you'd have been like this, you'd have stopped, not kept driving, zoomed in and taken a shot on this guy, and then backed right back out and up around this corner here, and you'd have got that shot off without any muss or fuss. As it is, you really expose yourself there, and I think you're going to end up getting lucky. Nope, actually you take a hit from the T-29. Now you may have taken a hit from that T-29 either way based on where he was right there, side scraping, but you certainly would not have exposed yourself quite as much right there, and you would have had a shot on that IS a lot sooner. So now we're going to do some side scraping in here. Alright, nice job, and we're going to back up. We got a T-29 and we're lit and we're on a reload. So you're going to do this constantly for pretty much this whole corner battle. You're going to shoot and then you're going to rock back and forth, but you're going to keep your tank exposed a little bit, trying to bait shots. I will tell you, you should not be trying to bait shots while you're on a reload, unless you're on a mission to block damage, because all you're doing is exposing that left front track to getting tracked, or a lucky shot into your turret, or for them to go ahead and push two, load some skill, and punch right through your armor right there. T-29 is dangerous. The Tiger would be if it had the good gun, but it doesn't. And there's just no reason for them to see you right here. What else? See, you're going to come around that corner. You're not even loaded yet. Just letting them shoot at you. Wait till you're loaded and come out. In fact, instead of rocking back and forth, I'd have come all the way back around this corner and gone dark on those guys, or at least not let them see what I'm doing. As you backed up, because I want to say the reload on this thing is about 8 seconds, other than the IS, the others would not see you. So as long as the IS is spotting you, obviously they'll know that you're coming. But once you get rid of him, or if he's not spotting you, as you go back around the corner, you will go dark, and then they won't know that you're poking out. As it is right now, They know every time you're poking out because you're letting them know. Absolutely got to deal with this IS if you can. One thing to think about on this corner is you do have to be careful if there's arty in the game. There is not on this match, but they can hit you right there. He foolishly goes across, gets a shot on you. You may have been over angled. I didn't see where you actually took the hit from right there, but he may have gone into your front sprocket. Ooh, I might have taken that shot, and I probably, yep, there you go, would have taken that shot. You tend to take your shots not actually in full sniper mode, but kind of about right here. When you take your shots, kind of pointing at them, I would suggest if you can, and this is really technique, but zooming in to where you get to the sniper mode so you can really fine tune that shot. That does take a little practice zooming in and out. At the very least, you're keeping SA for the big picture. I'd have taken that shot absolutely right there. You'd have nailed that guy. So he's messing with you there. The T-29 is doing the hold down thing. Nice job. Now just back, back, back. Don't go back forward. Back around that corner and get yourself safe from any of these guys poking and prodding. The IS probably will still have shots, but at the very least you might minimize the amount of shots that the Tiger 1 has on you. And you will absolutely not have that happen, which is exactly what I was talking about. Both the T-29 and the Tiger put a shot into you because you're not protecting yourself during the reload. That's a good one. Okay, good. Go back and reload, and again, you're just letting them see you. Got a Hellcat in there now. There you go. Work on that Tiger. And especially at 246 hit points, you're basically a one-shot to most of the things here. Tiger may have to roll a little high. You got a little help there as the Hellcat takes out his Tiger. Now there's just the T-29 sitting down there. You do have the option to potentially go to HE to take on the T-29. Nice job on the Hellcat. You saw him there. That was actually a good choice on shot selection. Face up to the IS, make him bounce. That guy bounces. And again, you shoot into the side of the T-29. And I just would not be trying to bait shots from the T-29 right there. The other thing is, he may actually go to HE and start whittling away your hit points right there. IS is dead, so you don't have to worry about him. So this is actually not a bad idea right there. Just aim in. Now you've got some friends coming up to help you. And you're going to make a good decision right here. Hey, what if I do that? There you go. Instead of continuing to shoot into the side scraped side, go after that cheek. And that was probably an option a couple times before that as well. But absolutely good idea right there. And now we're going to go ahead and push forward. Got some guys pushing to their cap. Quite a few of their campers there, so this thing is more or less even. You've got a slight advantage right now. Got a Scorpion futzing around back there, a 3001. There's a Sturv. Everybody's congratulating each other about how great they are. You're the best. No, you're the best. No, I'm the best. Driving forward. And the reason I bring this up is right here. You stop. You're typing, dude. There's a Scorpion G completely in the open crossing. And you're typing. Yes, you held off 5 and let 1 go. So just realize I am not making fun of you right there, man. What I'm just talking about is one of the things about this game, especially if you want to get to the next level or increase your game, is that you're always playing the game while it's going on. And I do that also at times. I will type in, and quite often I will regret it because something will happen. Somebody will pass in front of me. There'll be an opportunity that I will miss while I'm typing away. You absolutely could have killed that Scorpion crossing right there. And again, while you're reloading, there's really no reason to kind of sit there and let that Sturv. He's unlikely to, I was just unlucky, he's unlikely to pen you, but goodness, what if he does once or twice? There you go, zoom in. And just a little bit late right there. And it looks like maybe you have a little trouble with the zoom in thing. That's just a technique, something you'll have to work on. I like to do it right there. Obviously driving zoomed out like you're doing is the right idea, so you get better SA around you. But as you come in to take shots, that quick, and I use the scroll wheel, that quick zoom in, fine-tune shot, zoom right back out. And I also do a lot of stuff where, and it's not as applicable right here, but potentially as I'm driving and I know I'm not going to have a shot, just checking behind me. Hey, who's coming with me? Where's my allies? How far back are they? Is there an enemy back behind me? And then I'm right back forward when I think that the threat is going to be in front of me. There you go. Now you're zoomed in looking for that shot. Back out. That's kind of what I'm talking about. You're looking for that guy. There he is. Nicely done. With an ammo rack as well. Looks like you snuck that shot in there before the Emil. Now this is going to go to something that I talk about as far as cleanup time goes, being super aggressive and just chasing HP. You stop right here. I think you're figuring the 50T may come off the hill, and what's interesting is he actually does come off the hill. But if it was me, and because hindsight's 20/20 here, I would have kept going with the Emil and tried to get up that hill. This is going to work out for you though, so good on you. Here he comes. I'm not really sure where you were shooting right there. You're pretty lucky you didn't hit the 131. FMT loads some gold and you take him down. So pretty good game, man. 4 kills, quite a bit of damage in there. I think just some fine tuning on some of your 1v1ing right there, or your 1v5ing as the case may be. Especially on the trying to bait shots thing. I'm not really a fan of keeping your tank exposed, attempting to bait shots. Just get back safe from shots, get reloaded, and then work your next shot right there. Be careful about poking out early. You'll notice on that one I talked about, you weren't quite reloaded and you really exposed yourself before you were. That's just a timing thing, and everybody has to work on that kind of thing. Watch out for typing and missing opportunities, either looking in the wrong direction. That goes for the initial deployment where I talked about keeping your gun in the direction of the nearest threat, where you may have been able to kill that or take on that IKV, and then later on when that Scorpion crosses across the open and you absolutely could have shot that guy. But nice job, man. I hope some of this helps. I hope this may have helped somebody else. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, and I do appreciate you tuning in. We will see you.